We are inside Jim Corbett official. Before 5:30 in the morning, we left Corbett Aroma for the safari. When it was 5:15, our driver for the next 2 days, Wasim was waiting for us at the station. And the safari driver is taking us around. As I told in the previous video, we have the safari ride in Dhikhala Zone. Myself and Joshi immediately got into the jeep without wasting time. It is the first time we are doing a safari together. We are classmates since childhood and are also relatives. When I migrated to Dubai later in the life, Joshi chose Delhi as his playground. Jim Corbett altogether has 8 safari zones and 6 of them. Oh, what is that? Is Jekyll? That is Jekyll, right?
ये डॉग होकर यहाँ पे लेपर्ड है.
अच्छा.
लेपर्ड ये साइड है कुछ ना कुछ है. ये क्योंकि मंकी अलार्म कर रहा है.
हाँ. But the dog went behind that one.
डॉग तो चेक कर रहा हूँ. उसने देखा होगा तो नजदीक यहीं कहीं पे. वो चाहे या तो हो सकता है रोड क्रॉस करने जा रहा हूँ. लेकिन अंदर.
We were driving fast towards the gate and now we just saw the dog running behind something, and the monkey, the langur, was making alarm calls, and the dog came out already, so we do not know what it was. Wasim says there could be some animal. So we are entering our zone through the Ganga gate. There are so many other safari vehicles also here. Another 4 vehicles are here. So first we'll have to do the checking formalities. Joshi and Wasim has now walked inside to complete the check-in formalities. It is inside that office, and they have carried my ID as well. I am sitting here on the jeep to take care. Otherwise, the langurs will come and take away all the stuffs, which are the vegetables and all our food items for today and tomorrow. So we are inside Jim Corbett officially, and we have started. Yoshi has taken the passenger or the guide seat. The first sight that we got today inside the forest gate is a Khalid pheasant bird. The Khalid pheasant is a pheasant found in forests and bushes, especially in the Himalayan foothills from Nepal to western Thailand. Although they may look like hens in appearance, their chicks are very beautiful to look at. And we can see them a lot everywhere while we move through this Corbett forest. After entering the gate in about 15 minutes, we reached to Sultan's stay where we are booked for the next 2 days. We offloaded our luggage and handed over the food stuff to the people in charge of the kitchen there. As we had more areas to cover in the morning, we started
our
again.
Our guide
from
today is Wasim. वसीम कैसा है?
बढ़िया है सर.
आप कितना साल हो गया आप इधर इसके अंदर?
7-8 साल हो गए.
7-8 साल हो गया. और कैसा है आपका टाइगर साइटिंग एक्सपीरियंस इधर का?
टाइगर साइटिंग तो अभी आया था लास्ट 2 दिन पहले तो दिखा था.
2 दिन पहले दिखा था.
3 नाइट के लिए आया था, 2 बार दिखा था.
ओके. हमको
2 बार तो दिख जाता है सर, यही दिख जाता है मेन रोड में. अभी यहाँ पे एक है काफी
इधर
एक मेल है यहाँ पे बहुत अच्छा, बहुत
इधर का?
बड़ा मेल है, दिख जाता है कई बार क्रॉस करते हुए, इन्होंने बहुत बार देखा स्टाफ जो रहता है यहाँ पे, बहुत हैवी मेल है वो।
देखेगा घूम घूम
The time is still not even 6:30 in the morning, and the previous night's guests are still there in the guest house. Once we are back after the morning safari, the previous guests will check out and they will clean the room and will keep it ready for us. We continued our safari without wasting time. We moved on again, traveling over a small bridge in an area that gets flooded during the rainy season.
It's been 45 minutes since we started inside, and so far it was only some birds that we have come to see, we got to see, and also the other one was the barking deer. These all are the monsoon river areas. The water flows through this area only during the rainy season. Otherwise, it's beautiful crystal stones. This is Ganga River, and actually this is
The Ganga River is the lifeline of the Corbett National Park. We cannot imagine Corbett's existence without Ganga. It is the largest of the precious water bodies in the park.
the entire forest itself is. We completed 1 hour ride inside the jungle.
Proceeded and we saw Sarabduli, another residential area for the staying guests from a distance.
और वो कोई स्टे है और वाच टावर खाली
कहाँ पे सर?
वो आगे वो देखता है ना,
वो जो दिख रहा है वो वॉच टावर भी है, लेकिन उसमें चढ़ना अलाउ नहीं है।
ओके।
और वो सामने गेस्ट हाउस है, ये सरबदुली
सरबदुल्ली, that is a Sarabdulli guest house.
The cottage is on the river bank and there is a watchtower there, but visitors are not allowed to climb on top of it. We simply drove there, roamed around and came back to the safari route and continued the journey. The vast spread empty riverbeds lined with white stones and pebbles are indeed a beautiful view. Couple of barking deers were discreetly walking inside the forest.
The barking deers, there are a couple of them. It's a pair. And usually the barking deers, lone animals, and they are together only during the time when they are mating. So it should be a mating pair. So it could be a mating pair.
Reached another area where the group of spotted deers and langurs were resting on the ground.
दौड़ो और आगे चलो। अगर उन लोग भागता है तो भागने दो, मुश्किल नहीं है। They're quite used to the vehicles and they don't care.
And a beautiful European green woodpecker caught my attention. But I had to work a lot to get a small frame of that flying beauty. From there, Wasim took us to a location where we could have a good view of the Ganga River from the top. He told us that we can get down at that spot in the jungle. If I try to explain the feel and the view at that spot with words, it will be inappropriate. One has to be there to experience the feel, the weather, the scene, and the ambience. Also, even though you are watching this area from the height of about 100 meters, you still can see the riverbed spread with pebbles. The water was such clear and clean. I strongly wished and said to Joshi that a tiger or an elephant had come down there to drink water, then it would have been a magnificent scene. But what we had there for us was a serpent eagle and a caliche pheasant inside the bushes. We continued the drive through the forest in between the huge teak trees and many other vegetation, and on the way we saw wild boars, herds of deer, monkeys, and we reached the vicinity of Dhikhala stay. It's a magical world in this forest.
Dhikhala Zone,
Man-told grasslands are stretching for miles. No doubt there are many wild species live inside it, and every tourist gets to see them while they walk out to the river to quench their thirst. The views at Corbett are something special. In this forest, with many open riverbed areas, animals stopping to drink from the streams and river can often be seen as a distant view, and it makes always wonderful frames. Another view is into the forest on the other side of the jungle roads, which may be obstructed by leaves and trees. The third sighting is the crossing of the wild animals across your path. Like the Periyar forest region in Kerala, in this Corbett too, the trees and plants grow in abundance, and any wildlife that crosses the path is a wonderful experience to watch against the backdrop of the greenery.
the spotted deer herd.
We drove there, but we are not permitted to go till the river bank, as well as there are no other route for the vehicles. We stopped the jeep somewhat about 200 meters back. At a far distance, we identified a huge herd of spotted deer grazing and moving in between the grass. If we just look, sometimes we can see something moving like a speck, and we can identify them only if we look with a camera or some binoculars. Perhaps I should say that among many forests I have visited, I have seen the most relaxed herds of elephant and deers of different species is here after watching them grazing without any manual interference.
The mountain ranges behind this Jim Corbett forest. These are Shivali range of the Great Himalayas. The area is so broad and beautiful, and also we can't even identify a herd of deer grazing in that lush green.
Even those people who are uninterested in forest and wildlife will appreciate the natural sight of animals grazing in the lush green meadows against the backdrop of the Shivali mountains of the Himalayas and the blue waters of the Corbett's lifeline, the Ganga River. Again, we continued the ride along the forest path through the grasslands. As we were driving, we saw two hog deers crossing across the road and hiding in the grasslands on our left side. I got a small shot of them walking in fear as they saw our vehicle. We have seen a herd of elephants quite far. We are running there and see how far it's vast area and such a beautiful scene. The next is the most majestic side of this drive so far, We saw a herd of elephant grazing far away on the riverside. It is not possible to reach there, and hence Wasim went to the closest spot where we can see them.
Small tusker.
As I was not getting clear frames due to the distance, we diverted the jeep to another area, and in next 5 minutes we reached much more closer to them. As the vehicle stopped, after getting close as we can, I lined up the cameras and recorded the entire frames from different angles.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elephants of them, and we do not know if there is anything in the water.
About
And
8
three of
elephants, including a baby tusker, drinking water, eating grass, putting soil on their bodies, and enjoying and relaxing. We spent a long time watching them there. As I always say, each forest gives us different views and different experiences. The views in this Corbett are also different. The forest mainly has vast area of teak trees. The Ganga River, which overflows during the monsoons, is now dry.
Oh, there is a beautiful small tusker.
Huge, beautiful, and also colorful polished pebbles and granite stones are spread all over the riverbed. There are many cottages in each zone. Sultan is the first cottage in Dhikhala, and as we drive till Dhikhala, which is about 30 kilometers inside, we pass through many such stay cottages.
5.
I understand the maximum rooms are available at the Dhikhala stay area, and the evening view from there is impressive and a memorable one. Huge groups of wild animals come near the stay to fetch water from the river in the evenings and the early mornings. We moved on. On our way back from there, as we reached near a salt tree, Wasim told the story behind the name of the area. That the area where this big salt tree stood became Moti Sal area. That tree has been burned out by a lightning strike some time back. We returned to Sultan by 11 o'clock. The room has been cleaned and was ready for us to occupy. The next safari is from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. In the meantime, I kept my camera on charge and sat outside in the room, looking outside for any wildlife movements and enjoying the breeze.
We are at the Sultan stay inside, completely electric fenced. In the night time it will be closed, and see the ambience. We are inside the deep jungle, the deep forest.
The lunch was prepared by 1 o'clock, and we had our lunch of roti and lady's finger prepared by the staff there. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned with us for the next part of this video.